Hello and welcome to the Flock Hosting Update for December 2015. This is the last Flock Update of the year. As you've seen, as things continue to evolve, I'm trying my best to try to make this as easy to get through and as easy to convey the information to you guys as possible. As you see, new little digs, got a nice little presentation here, have a fancy little clicker that starts and stops the video camera, and I have a laptop that tells me what I'm supposed to be talking about, which I'm already off topic. But hope you guys are having a great December thus far. Getting to this a little bit later than I'd hoped, but it is the month of December. It is busy, it is family, it is work, it is work, it is work, it is work. Did I mention that there's work? I've been doing server administration for a company on the Central Coast here in California, picking up some extra administrative hours to try to help balance out the budget. And so sometimes I get calls at 2 in the morning, thankfully, just putting a baby to bed. So it's pretty easy to actually take and handle some of those. But first things first, let's get just down to it so that we can get this wrapped up and you guys can get on with your day. Weebly is a name that, again, I've probably mentioned in the last couple of videos. It has been one of those things that I just continue to talk about, and where is it? Hopefully by this coming week, by the end of week, it will be 100% live across all servers. If you actually log into cPanel, you will see a Weebly button. It's not active yet. You can click it, you can do everything it asks you to do, but I would highly recommend that unless you just want to play, you can. It will pop up that you are working on a test site, and that's perfectly fine. If you guys want to do that, you can choose the free option. That will get you going, but it will not be production. It will not actually do anything until we turn the site on live and we work out some of these little tiny bugs that exist. So hesitantly try to stay away from it for the time being. There will be a full blog post on pricing for the full versions. I have created 2 versions for both business and personal use as well, as we're still working on that pricing. Probably not till the first of the year, maybe first quarter will I change any of that. But for default, there are 2 free packages, and one is labeled Free Church. If you are a church, you are the only one allowed to do that. If I find people using the Free Church, I will suspend and or terminate your account. So please respect the services that are being provided to churches for no cost. If you guys have a special need for your church that doesn't fit the church account, again, I'll have breakdowns of all these, and we'll talk about how we can subsidize things like some of the pro accounts and such like that. So Weebly is coming very soon. Again, trying to keep this affordable, trying to keep this basic, trying to keep this something that you guys can utilize. So please just bear with me as we continue to take and build upon it. Next up, see you later, 2015. It has been a crazy year, so what a better way to take and wrap it up with a couple giveaways. I still, sadly, as life continues to always be crazy, raising a small child and trying to manage a business and trying to manage just everything else, life is crazy, and so I still need to take and get some of these things out. So I'm hoping with this final push before the end of the year, after the Christmas packaging of leading up to the 25th is done, I hope to go to my local UPS store with the existing stuff that still needs to go out from last year's giveaway. Sorry guys. And get that stuff out. I will make this up to you guys with a few other little extra things in the box, so bear with me. But gonna give away some giveaways this week. It's gonna be mixed in with some, hopefully a full buffer of social media stuff, and I'm gonna have it at certain times, so keep an eye out on your favorite social media, because there may be a quick, here's it is. I will also be doing some things in the blog notes to tell you guys about what's coming up with giveaways, as well as some deals, because hey, it's the end of the year. If you're a business and you're looking for a way to get a few more expenses on your taxes, we do have business email. We have a few other options there, so if you guys are interested, please keep an eye on the show notes. Some great deals coming for the end of 2015. Next, a scary word, a very scary and exhausting word. 2015 has definitely been a year of hacks. We have had people who had their site hacked unknowingly, and we're beginning to take and create spoof sites for Wells Fargo, Chase Bank, PayPal, Netflix, you name it. Netflix has actually been the one most recent. About a week ago, I tried to take a weekend to just chill out and relax and try to re-energize myself and get myself all relaxed, and in doing so, I got an email from Netflix legal and security departments explaining to me that a church site had been hacked. And so to that end, I'm going to have some stuff in the show notes that will really hopefully help you guys out. For those of you using WordPress, please update. If you are not one who is going to be doing update, or you or your church have basically just put a site online and walked away, I'm going to be probably having to do some suspensions, because as much as I love to be able to help churches, I also need you guys to be good stewards of what I put out there. And if you guys are just setting it up and leaving, WordPress is great, but it's software. It needs to have upgrades. If security concerns come about a plugin or a theme or something else, these things need to be updated. And again, this is where the great service I offer completely free of the managed WordPress comes into play. If you guys are church hosting, if you guys are paid hosting, doesn't matter. Sign up, send me a ticket, create me an account for Flock Hosting, username Flock Hosting, give me a really complex password, and I'll install the plugin, all of everything. I'll just need administrative rights and I'll get this taken care of. And then on a daily basis, I go through and push some of these updates as I know that they're safe. We waited for a while for the 4.4 WordPress update. So again, I'm going to make sure these things make your site function as smoothly as possible. So please take advantage of these things. If you prefer not to and you would rather just take and do your site your way, I get that. But again, please find a way to take and ensure that at the very least you have a secure password for both your FTP, your email, as well as the front end of whatever content management solution. If it's not even WordPress, if it's Joomla, if it's something else you use on a regular basis, please do not use simple passwords. These things are getting more and more harder to take and block against, because people are using something that's similar to their email address or it's part of the site's name. And I get that you want something easy so you can log in quickly. I'm going to link to some password managers like LastPass, KeyPass, and a few others that are amazing password managers. Even Chrome has a new one that will tie into your cell phone. So if you log into the mobile version and you've saved that, it will carry that password with you, and it's fantastic. So there's some great options. They're free, there's some paid, there's some freemium that have paid, and I'll give you guys some options so you can take a look, see what you can do. So please, if you haven't, help me have relaxed weekends without having to deal with the legal department of a major corporation. Thank you. Let's see, year-end audit is our next on the list. The year-end audit is coming up. I'm going to be doing a whole bunch of audits to make sure that these servers are running smooth, lean, and there's no wasted space. I too am going to make sure that I'm being a good steward of what we have at hand. We have only, 4 servers now that are commonly used, and I'm going to be making sure that they're still being commonly used. I'm going to look over logs, I'm going to look over stats, I'm going to look at domains that have expired and people are not even doing anything with the site anymore. It's offline effectively. If you are concerned about it, please log in to secure.flockhosting.com. Make sure that your billing information, make sure that the accounts that you have on file are actively things you need and want. Because as much as I love to be paid and as much as I love to see the growth of the business with funds coming in to be able to pay for church hosting, to be able to feed my kid and put clothes on our family, that type of thing, as much as I enjoy that, I don't want to take and rob somebody with something they're not even actively using. So if you are actively using something, please make sure it's active, make sure your billing information is up to date, make sure that I have the best email address, and make sure on top of everything you whitelist anything from flockhosting.net and flockhosting.com. These are the 2 email systems which take and manage both trouble tickets and communication directly with me. So I want to make sure I can get a hold of you guys. I want to make sure if I send a newsletter, you guys are going to get it. I want to make sure that I have clear communication as we move forward, that we can make sure that everything is being used to the fullest of its ability. Next up on the list is the goals for 2016. 2015 was not necessarily the greatest year in the realm of business growth. It's quite simply, the flock hosting business model has not really grown. It has not improved things. We've added stuff, we've removed stuff, we've streamlined stuff, and still we see more signups with church hosting. And I have no problem with that. But at the same time, as church hosting grows, I do need to see a growth somewhere. And I know there's some of you who will pound the pavement and tell any friend who says anything about, oh, my website, oh, go to Chuck. And I appreciate that. And I appreciate those of you who have stepped up, who have come to me and talked to me about what's going on in my life, asking how you can help. And I realize some of you guys, you are paying a service. You have no need to fraternize with the owner. But as some of you have learned from your early experiences now as your new customers, there's the only one person you can talk to. I'm the support guy, I am the billing guy, I am the face of the company, I'm everything. And so again, 2016, I want to be even more visible. I want to take and really get out there. Part of the reason of setting up stuff like this and setting up a video system and setting up the slides and everything else is to build a system that I can be more visible to you guys. I can take and do more tutorials. I've gotten tools to do screencasting. I've gotten cool tools to take and work on just about every platform. I've even picked up an iPhone. I picked up an iPad. I've worked on Android. I've picked up all these devices to where I can provide you guys with even better support, because there are so many of you guys who are using platforms. And we had a gentleman, Al, who he's one of my favorites. He's been around for a long time. He's having problems with his email, and he is so open to choices and chances to say, well, Chuck, what do you think? And so we're looking at how we can improve his email system. We've moved him to a dedicated email server. We are looking at getting rid of Apple Mail in exchange for something like Postbox or Thunderbird, or one of these that might better manage, where Apple's default client can have some serious hiccups, which can be very scary, especially in the realm of email, because email is important. So 2016, I want to see a tremendous amount of growth, and that growth is not limited to business. I do want to see church hosting grow. I do want to see the things I provide. I would love for the email system that I use to become something I can tie in easily to give churches, because the email platform is so amazing. It would be so great for churches because it includes not just a calendar that can be synced with your phone or your desktop computer, but it includes its own cloud storage system. And so to that end, if your church or organization, is building and you guys want to be able to share files securely, you don't need a Dropbox account. You can actually do what's called OwnCloud, and it's built in to the mail system that we set up for you guys. And we're not even charging you for the mail system. It's free. We can set that up anywhere, but we're giving the space and the storage for the server is pretty much all you're paying for. And so I'm trying to see if I can get that even down more. I'm looking at a big server that I can actually take and just virtualize everybody for mail servers and build that out. If they could make it multi-domain and multi-administrative, I would give it to everybody, and I would find a way to just replace cPanel's mail system entirely if I could. So there's a lot that I have a passion and a dream for. And just like this takes and explains to you guys what I'm doing, there's a lot that I'm doing in 2016 for even just personal finances. I'm looking at building a tech site that I haven't even told anybody besides a few key family members what's it even called. I've been brainstorming. I've been working on entire things built in and building out for just a technology-based site that I can see if I can benefit people with my technological knowledge and how I can benefit them, their company, and see if I can't build another revenue stream in my life to help bolster my budget, knock down debt, knock down things, and start to really put away for things for my family and my future. So 2016 is going to be a big year of building, and I would really appreciate your help. I know I ask for help constantly. I know I put out these videos that even right now, as I'm looking at the timer, I'm coming up on 15 minutes. It's 2 minutes to that, and I'm hoping to wrap it up by then. But there's a lot of goals, and I would really appreciate it if you guys could take some time out of your day. I know I always ask politely, and I always ask kind of maybe passively, if you can help. I'm going to be bold, and I'm going to say, I need your help. No, if you can, I need it. I do not have an advertising team. I do not have a street team. I do not have an advertising degree. I do not have always the time to go out and pursue clients. Flock hosting is a passion. By no means right now is it a bolstering business. If we're going to be transparent, we're going to be honest, Flock hosting is probably the least amount of money I get in a month. Every other side of consulting helps pay to keep Flock hosting running. The church hosting side, everything else. It makes money. It does. It pays for its own servers. I've got no worries there, but it's not booming with growth. People see free church hosting, they sign up. People see $5 hosting, whatever. And so that's going to lead into the first half of the year with the revamping of the plans, making sure that the plans fit, making sure the plans make us look legitimate, because there are still people who say, $5 a month, I can get that from so-and-so.com. But we're not charging you for 3 years in advance. But if that's what it takes to make you clear that this is what we're offering, we're going to look at, and I say we, I'm saying myself and some of the Founders Club members who I'm going to blanket to them as part of the joy of getting to sign up for the Founders Club. I'm kind of looking for key people who believe in flock hosting enough, not just maybe the deal, but really kind of take and build this out and help me to further just build the business. I go on this for hours, but again, if you can help, I'm going to provide some links, I'm going to provide some banners, I'm going to provide some stuff that you guys can repost to your blog, or you can share with your church. Again, I'm going to do bulletin size things for the half-size bulletin page and everything else. And if you guys can take and share that with your church body, and it can either show up as a slide on the morning projector, in the paper bulletin you hand out your thing, or even just a poster in your foyer that you could say, hey, I'm going to support flock hosting this way, that would be a blessing to me. And that would help me continue to grow and provide stuff like church hosting, and be able to provide things like further growth in this, maybe an office space versus just an in-home office, and really continue to build the caliber going into another 10 years of what flock hosting will be. I could really use that. And so with that, I'm wrapping up and saying thank you. I do appreciate all of you guys who this last year who have reached out to me, who have been prayer warriors on my behalf. There's a lot going on in my personal life most of the time. If it's not a teething baby, if it's not just getting everything done that needs to get done in the 3 hours I can be awake, there's a lot going on in my life. And I appreciate those of you who stepped up and who have made sure that your bills are paid up. A couple of you guys did some amazing stuff with both Founders Club. Some of you have donated church hosting. All of that has been something that's helped really make my year work, and I appreciate that. And I'm asking not for continued from the same people. I'm asking if you're watching this right now and you've made it past the 15-minute mark, which I said I was going to try to stop at, and you're into minute 16, I'm going to ask if you can take and help. I don't care if it's you're going to say, I'm going to give up a latte for Chuck, and I'm going to send him $6.37 for a venti, and you send that in. I'm going to put that back into flock hosting. That's not going to go to buy anything else other than supplies and tools for flock hosting and to support me and my family. Trust me, as much as I would love a PlayStation 4, an Xbox One, or a virtual reality headset, a DJI Phantom drone, please send one if you have one, that's not the priority. The priority is my family, and the priority is continuation of this business. We've survived 10 years where other hosting companies have lasted 2, have lasted 1, who have signed up and set up a server with me and then disappeared into the ether and said, we're not into this hosting thing. So we've got the longevity down. Let's build on the growth. You guys know me. If you have ever dealt with me in any way, shape, or form, if there's a mistake, I own to it. I'm not going to sit here and say that it's some magical thing that I'm just going to ignore. If there's something you guys needed, I can help. I build. I've modified entire servers for 1 to 2 sites. I'm in this for the long haul, and I thank for those of you who are very much recognizing that, supporting that, and becoming alongside it. So there are some cool things that are going to wrap up this year. So again, if you can just hang tight, if you can continue to build with us, if you can donate, if you can give, if you can sign up for your business, for your friend, for your mother, if you need a blog, I know there's free options out there, but you know what? You're not going to break the bank. You're going to get great service. You're going to get great flexibility in what you can do with your blog without having to pay an add-on for an add-on for an add-on for an add-on from other commercial services, which may do it. And with Weebly, even more so. You can build your website. You can build it quick. And hopefully some of the new tools I'm hoping to bring this year even more, be able to take and help build a God-based business, just something that God's behind, and something that you guys can be a light to your community with how you show it. So again, as I'm coming up now in 20 minutes, 5 minutes almost further, I'm going to wrap up, and I want to say thank you again. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for continuing to view these flock updates. I know that the view counts and these are sometimes so abysmal that it makes me sad. But I have hope that the people who do watch are the people who are standing behind flock hosting, and not just as a business that they come to do business with, but as something they believe in, as something they see doing things for the kingdom and want to help bolster, build, and grow that. So again, for probably, and again I say probably as to keep watching for further updates, but probably the last flock update for 2015. This is Chuck Brown, just saying thank you again, and have a great rest of the year. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. See you guys on the other side.